Yes! Welcome back everyone, Grandma's Handbag coming at you on a Friday afternoon. Oh, it feels good, and I'm just going to roll with that feeling here. Got the helper all ready to go. I'll get into a sip of this in just a minute because proceedings don't officially start until it's in the gullet. That's the key, or not the keyring, the bottle opener. Another parental souvenir. BB King's Blues Club and Grill. So when you're drinking a nice, refreshing Friday beer, you still got to rock out. Anyway, so glad you could join us, everyone. As I mentioned, this is another episode of Grandma's Handbag. I think this could be Vinyl Finds number 18, Record Roundup 18. And I've been overthinking things a bit, so this time I'm just not theming it. I'm going with the unthemed episode. Let's just get it out there. Let's start it there. Very nice. Two Birds Winter Stout. 5.2%, so actually a little bit light on for a stout. Lots of those good, oh yeah, nice bit of bitterness, roasted coffee stuff, and I think there's oatmeal in there, so it's a bit creamy as well. Lovely stuff. Okay, the handbag is back. I should firstly say a couple of things. Thank you to all new subscribers. I've just had a huge influx. And probably on the back of some very, very kind words from Andrew Tales from the Crate. So thank you very much for hitting that subscribe button and joining us. I mean, sometimes I don't know why, but I'm just so grateful that everyone's happy to plug in, have a listen, and hang around for a little bit. Yeah, so a quick prepper, if you're wondering why Grandma's Handbag, because you never know what you're going to find in there. Well, you do. It's records. It's pretty much always records. Maybe some CDs, but records. And this time, some second-hand records. Actually, I think it's all second-hand. I've got a ton of new stuff, but all second-hand this time. Firstly, though, just want to shout out quickly to a couple of people specifically. Just stumbled across a channel by a guy called Shaun Doss. He's only put up 3 or 4 videos, but doing some great stuff already, Shaun. A young Australian guy, so VC, go check out his channel and, you know, give him a bit of a look and a comment, because it's great to see some young blood here on the VC, and especially some local guys as well. So all encouragement, and he's showing some good stuff already. There's been some Zeppelin, there's been Yes in there, there's been, you know, a Bowie album for a couple of dollars. Great find, so check it out. And secondly, I do want to shout out to my great mate Vinyl Boy Trigger, VBs. We went out last week for a bit of a dig, and just some time together as vinyl nerds can only do, and tolerate in each other's company, and it was great. He definitely won the digging hands down, and I hope he shows his stuff pretty soon. And if it wasn't for Vinyl Boy saving the day with some VBLT, I could have come home near empty-handed, which is a horrible thing to admit when you're going out on a dig. Awful, empty feeling. So yeah, Vinyl Boy Trigger, yeah, just a great bloke, and he fixed me up with a few slabs of vinyl, which I want to get into and show you straight away. So after all that yammering, here we go. Squeeze, East Side Story. I have no squeeze whatsoever. I know James Griffiths is a particular fan of these guys. There might be, I'm not sure if Jeff Party is. I think Sean's Lock also as well. So I've got no frame of reference for East Side Story. There's not even the titles I'm aware of. So yeah, if you're a fan of Squeeze, tell me what this one ranks in their au revoir. Look forward to hearing from you. Got me some Louis Armstrong Satchmo in style, and yeah, you're not going to argue with a Satchmo in style. Looking in lovely condition there as well. So yeah, I think just a comp of some good stuff. Blueberry Hill, Listen to the Mockingbird, Lucky Old Sun. So yeah, some good listening ahead. Songs of Christopherson on the Monument label. Very, very nice. Thanks, Vinyl Boy. I'm wondering if you did this because at one point I said I might have borne a slight likeness to Christopherson. I can't see it apart from the grey hair and the beard. We've definitely got that going on. But thank you, sir. So this is Monument Press, brown Monument label, looking in lovely condition. I don't know why you didn't keep this for yourself, Vinyl Boy, but thank you anyway. Excellent stuff. Alright. Roxy, Flesh and Blood. Now, I really don't have any later Roxy at all, so this is 1980, and I'm just not aware on Roxy music, so yep, thank you very much for that. This looks to be an Australian press. Interested to see what lie ahead with that. I've only really got Roxy's first and second albums, obviously, for the Eno influence. Yeah. Mark Bolan and T-Rex, Get It On. Yeah. So, I don't know about that particular photo there, but, you know, that aside, it's a comp. And a comp is probably where I'm at for T-Rex stuff. I don't know that I'm going to go deep into it, into his stuff. But yeah, thank you very much, Vinyl Boy, for this. This is just what I need if I feel like some T-Rex. And as you can, I don't know if you can see, I'll show you quickly. It's on the greatest record label named after me. That's right, Dino. Dino Music. Dino's what my friends at school, I guess, used to call me as a teenager. It sort of sticks a bit. But there you go. Dino the Dinosaur. I've always kind of liked that label. Anyway. So, yes, thank you, Vinyl Boy. Much appreciated. Alright, the one record after Ross and I left for the afternoon, went back to the store where we basically could have blown all our money for the day on the very first store, but it's hard to do that because you just don't know how that's going to set the tenor of the afternoon, everything that follows. Anyway, I had a few in mind. They had a dump of Japanese presses that had come in, a whole bucket load, sort of, I don't know, 8, 10, 12 crates worth, a ton. And the one record that I had in mind that I was going to go back, you know this, you know what's coming, don't you? You all know. Was Beefheart's Ice Cream for Crow. No, wait, or was it Doc at the well, I think it was Doc at the radar station. Anyway, I left that there at about 11:30, and got back there at 5:30, frantically digging through. Where's Doc? Where's Doc? Asked the guy at the counter and he says, yep, someone called, knew that it was there, and it's gone. Gone! You never leave the captain lying around. Never. Anyway, I had to console myself with 1969 Velvet Underground Live with Lou Reed. Now, I know that's always been a very confronting, but very somewhat appropriate given Lou's later career, and knowing that this was put out in 1974 artwork. But I mean, this is one of the all-time great live albums in my book anyway. It's just something, it's like a pair of slippers, something that you can just slip into so slowly, comfortably, ease in. That fantastic banter at the start of it, you know, about it being a school evening, it just draws me in every single time, you know. And then you get lost in, you know, the low key playing, the tangled guitars, Mo's thumping. Just, it's got it all for me for a live album. You know, very bluesy in parts as well, which I don't always sort of associate with. And they also have on one of the best blurbs on the back here. No, I'm sort of reading it and it's not got the part that I wanted to read on there anyway. It starts off with 100 years from now. So anyway, this is a late 70s Japanese press. And I'll just get that out for you. Just a straight Mercury label. And yeah, look, as you would expect, some lovely condition as well. I don't think it has any inners, so maybe that's why it was down a fraction in price, and almost because the cover looks like a Velvet Underground cover would. Lived in. Alright, next bunch. Okay, I picked this up just today. Couldn't leave this one there for 10 bucks. I have a general rule with any Robert Palmer, probably up until this album, you're going to be hard pressed to go too wrong with. And this album I found a year or so ago on CD and really took a shine to it. You've just got 8 tracks on there, but when you start to read who he's worked with in here, there's some very interesting names that pop up. You know, you've got Chris Frantz of Talking Heads on one song. You've got Gary Newman on keyboards and writing the song I Dream of Wires. You know, there's just lots of very interesting little people and things that turn up, and some great vocals, and understated, I guess, compared to Heavy Nova and his you know, mega selling stuff. Good quality, just really solid stuff. And his early to mid 70s, you really can't fault either. Island label, daytime, nighttime. I just have to say that because I love these basic Island labels. There's so many variations in there as well. Great stuff. Alright, couple of dollar finds here. The Sounds of Kabuki for $1 on the Everest label. I've had a couple of other sort of, not anthology, but maybe library style music things on the Everest label, so really interested to see what happens there. This is another good one as well, I thought, for $1. A double disc set of Julian Grimm. Yeah, it's Spanish guitar from an absolute master of the guitar, the art of the Spanish guitar this is. And yeah, it's looking fairly budget and it's very cheesy. Alright. It's the grooves, it's what's in the grooves on here. I got turned on to Julian from my Uncle Martin. Martin, if you're watching, I've taken notes, taken good notes. Anyway, we were in heavy peak hour traffic and Martin said to me, we're going out to the country. He goes, this is getting pretty heavy, isn't it, Dean? Can you reach in reach in the glove box over there, pull a CD out. There's a Julian Grimm CD. Okay, sure. Pull out CD and give it to him. no real frame of reference. I think it had some sort of maybe Baroque picture on the front, so maybe I thought it was classical. Anyway, this wonderful, you know, Baroque classical guitar, clear and pure, sort of comes in and creates this real oasis of calm, and from there the car just seemed to glide through the filth, the traffic and the crap outside. So keeping that in mind, this could provide some lovely calm as well. RCA red seal, nothing special there, but surprisingly, I don't know if you can see that, that little P there is a sticker. It's an Australian promo sticker. I would say for a budget label anyway. But I have come across that a couple of times. I would put this album as about 1970, 71. Manzanero with K-scope. Alright, the covers, certainly not doing that well. Just a lot of bubbling on the laminate. The record itself, I don't think was too bad. I think we had at least a VG to a VG plus. There's those custom labels there. And look, it's not a bad listen. I got this because I think the title track, I forget which one exactly, but well, there would be only one in the title track. But I forget which track exactly off here was sampled. I'm pretty sure it was the title track sampled by Kanye West and Jay-Z. Watch the Throne somewhere on there anyway. But I always want the sort of longer, drawn out, more ambient textures from Manzanero, maybe off his first album. This one tends to get a little more frenetic, but when he slows it down, I definitely know that that's the parts I enjoy. Now this was a great score. $3, op shop, thrift shop score, original Australian press. Neil Young's After the Gold Rush. Yep, coming home with me any day. You just don't find them around that much anymore, so very, very, very happy to get that. And look, this could be a new keeper. It really looks better than the one I've got. It could even be a near mint. I don't know how that's happened, but there you go. Alright, now we're down to the last one, and I've left this for last because this was an eBay win from someone. I don't know whether they deal in records a lot, but this is how it was sent to me. That's right, a beer carton mailer, Crown Golden Ale. Crown is well, I think Vinyl Boy Trigger had a Crown the other day, so it's a, you know, supposedly a premium Australian beer. Business must be good for the person selling this to pack them in Crown. But I also feel like I got a good deal on this one. So we have Brian Eno, Before and After Science. This is a second copy, but I'll show you why, the reason I got this. I'll get my other copy to compare to. The second copy, or my original copy, has these pictures here in colour. Now the copy I bought has them, I should really take this out of the, has them there in black and white. Oh, and I guess you did also notice the atrocious thing on the cover there. I think I ended up paying a touch over $40 Australian for this, and yeah, that is horrific. The vinyl in pretty damn good shape, a minimum VG plus, and this, the reason I got this, I'm sure that Eno fans would have guessed by now, is that it's an original press, original Australian press, that comes with the 4 art prints. Now, I was looking into this for a while, and I found that there were only a few thousand in each territory that were printed. with the original art prints. And the more I went on, I've looked into Eno's stuff and his collaborators and his 70s music, the more I came to see these prints as absolutely integral to the record. He's done them with Peter Schmidt, the gentleman who did, I did say Peter Schmidt, I hope I'm right with that. His friend who did, yes, Peter Schmidt. His friend with whom he did the Oblique Strategies cards with. And also, I believe there are other collaborations as well. But it's probably one of the first instances of Eno outwardly and overtly visually collaborating with someone for his music. And I find these just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. To the point where I will get these framed and hung on a wall. I just think there's something absolutely moving, yet there's such calm stillness and, yeah, in a way, an otherworldliness to it. Lovely stuff. I mean, this is, for me, what I bought these for, and it's worth every penny. And the reason why I did pay a bit, but in the end I feel quite justified in that, even though that cover was, you know, as I said, atrocious, is that original pressings of, you know, UK and US, I think there's only a couple, actually US never got these presses, these pictures. UK, there might be a few European territories that did, and the records are $100 plus if you've got the original, $100 plus with the original pictures. So to get them in the original portfolio, in immaculate, you know, unused condition, barely a mark anywhere on there from age. There's probably one or two tiny spots on there. Just made it all worthwhile for me. So, yeah. I'll have to see if I can punt the other one on to a worthy recipient in time. But in the meantime, I got to get that stuff framed, and, you know, whether I decorate the record room or not, we'll have to see. In the meantime, though, that's it for us. I should say, I forgot to mention as well, the one new pickup in this episode, Wooden Ships Doss. I've been chasing this for a while, and it's always been out of stock or missing or that sort of thing. So I'm very happy to have it in. As it says on a YouTube comment on it, that damn satanic smooth bass. And if I had have thought of it, it would have been a great psych album to show for Hannah's contest a while back. Underrated, naughty psych. Anyway, cheers to you all. Thank you very much for checking in. Really, really appreciate all your comments and subscriptions. Look forward to hearing more from you soon. And, yeah, take care. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.